EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. We hope you've had a great and Merry Christmas. And time to add one more gift under the tree. Off we go here on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Stroud gonna throw right away. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Go play.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and
Don't be a
tell you what,
fucking
that's
kid.
exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure
What you
on the
want, 2K?
secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Stroud connects with...
There's a man, Ari.
It's a first down for Houston. First carry for Joe Mixon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. On the option, they give it to Mixon. Mixon has the first down and more. And he's going to take this all the way home. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
What?
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. The veteran Danico Autry brings him down. Here's second and 9. On play action, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And the Texans will take over possession here at the 44.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Bro, put it down. Get out of here.
C.J. Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. In motion now, it's Collins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Here's Mixon. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Stroud to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Nico Collins.
Your mic on mute.
Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. The tackle's made at about the 38-yard line. Play action now. Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. And he will go all the way. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
If you're talking, I still can't hear you.
Back to throw. Stroud. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go. On second down, Stroud. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. So we are... Third and a yard. Here we go. They'll try and run for this with Mixon.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Now, Stroud. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Texans first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
Bitches can't compete with they...
You really trust Jacob after what he did tonight, man?
Straight up, this how he was
Throwing from the pistol. Stroud.
To the motherfucker who told me to get this one-way window private.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Are y'all bitties?
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
on the quick, right?
Stroud gonna set up to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 21-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Andrews is able to pick up that first down, and it's just so nice to see him back on the field. He had that brutal leg injury a year ago. He had over 500 yards in just 10 games, so the production is still there. He's always going to be one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets, and I can tell you what, they're excited to have him back in the lineup.
Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. Third down and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, right. Why, Tony?
Stroud. He'll push this one downfield, looking for Schultz. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Now, faking the give.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's a 3rd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I, back from Houston in a moment. Here comes Smith on the return. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Dell motioning over. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. To throw is Stroud. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea.
He ain't saying that. I think his mic is from this
operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and that will lead to a second down. To throw, it's Stroud. Looking free downfield, it's Kirk. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. I'm this coordinator. I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That is caught, side of the end zone. Take down. Touchdown, Texans. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The break
Oh, wow.
coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion comes Walker. Quick throw here is complete. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Jackson now to throw on first down. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This to equal his own NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. This one runs out of steam off the crossbar, and comes back. No good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
I don't know who started on his own trip, but I don't think y'all should have it. Yeah, is this yours for your name? I think it is.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A throw on the run is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
No. Leave me alone. You don't need medicine.
Oh, but this is going to backfire on them. It is intercepted. It's the linebacker, E.J. Speed.
Bro.
And the
Guard your
Texans are in
man.
great shape here as they take over at their 46.
I just said you don't need them. Now stop it. No. Alright, I'm gonna get the spoon. 1.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll get forward for a couple. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one underneath here to Mixon. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Here's Stroud. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Look at hot, look at hot.
Stroud to throw. Getting downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And he's got another one. Dalton Schultz.
Now you come
Touchdown,
here.
Houston. His big game continues. His 3rd touchdown of this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year.
I mean, you can stand in the corner if you want to. But I'm telling you, come here.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up.
Sit down.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
Do you know what you just did wrong? Look at me. Do you know what you just did wrong? Are you supposed to hurt your brother? Ari. Are you supposed to hurt your brother?
On 1st and 10, Jackson.
You can go back in the corner. Now, it's either you
He'll
talk to
tuck
me
it
or
and
you go
take
back in the
off.
corner. Are you supposed to hurt your
Jackson,
brother?
so nimble. He's got the 1st down and wisely gives himself up at the end.
Yo, yo.
Do you want somebody to hurt you? So if you do it again, you're going to go to the
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
Y'all is not getting his medicine. Jesus Christ.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at
Leave it
their own
alone.
33.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line.
Nuh-uh.
You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down.
Your daddy already trained you? Did you train her, Jesse?
What?
Did you train her?
Train who?
Or
Yeah.
Very dangerous throw, but somehow it is complete. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
you trained Italy?
This is a tale as
No.
old as time,
She
Mike.
wasn't
It
with.
seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama.
Y'all see that food down there?
Oh, big
I'm
hole
saying that.
left
Let's stop.
side.
Ain't nothing in it.
And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Bro, y'all not gonna keep taking this shit that you found in the floor on us.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw and the pass is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll run on first down with Mixon. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. On second down, Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be...
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Now Stroud. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's to the tight end, Stover. And he's going to have a Texans first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down.
Here we go, let's go.
Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Oh, ready?
Now, Stroud. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Play action now. Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, Gets the ball out of his hand and results in a completion.
Horn. Come on, come on. You change it.
On play action, here's Jackson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Off the play fake, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, Jackson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Hey, Alpha, come on. Hey, hey.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the Ravens' 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th down and pick up 10 yards. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, faking the give. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he will score! Game on! Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Dell motioning over.
Good.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
All right.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Inside the 25. The speed on display. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? He's going to take a shot down the field. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
No, we changed it.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back. And I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of it.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans tack on one more to their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Great run after the catch in the open field, a pickup of 24. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Jackson up top again. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Ronald Darby.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So it's a win here for the Texans.